Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Best in Slot. Welcome back to our Prehistoric Kingdom Workshop Items of the Week series. Now of course we missed last week a little bit because Jurassic World Evolution 2 had its big update, yada yada yada, but I've gone and set the time to just last week, so these are all things that would have been in last week's video, and we're going to take a look at some very cool things, starting with right here. So here, maybe you've got a lovely exhibit, you've got your hadrosaurs strolling past the lake edge, but you want to spice up your life a little bit, you want to spice up your waterways a little bit. Well, thanks to Moral, you can do just that. You might have spotted them now and again, but if we drop into the water, you will see a Dunkleosteus, and it's two baby Dunkleosteuses. They actually do have slightly different body shapes, seemingly. But anyways, yeah, there's our Dunkleosteus. Now what Moral has done, if I come over here, you've just kind of seen everything, unfortunately, is provide a huge amount, 27 is it, I believe? 24 is still a crazy number. 24 different, really beautifully recreated prehistoric sea life fish, yada yada yada. Now, I don't know enough to be able to label what all of these are. However, on the Steam Workshop page, I mean, look at these things are adorable. They're so well made, look at them. On the Steam Workshop page for this prefab, if you go check it out, it's called Dunkleosteus and Devonian Life. You will find a list that tells you exactly what all of these little critters are. I just think it's really impressive. Hello, we've got a little Nautilus looking thing over here. I think it's really impressive. I love this kind of thing. Oh, there we go. We've got like a little sea scorpion looking guy and a flying fish looking guy. I don't know. It's really cool stuff. Really impressive. And you know, you can just stick these into the water, into your habitat, see them from above now and again, or maybe make like a static display sort of thing for like an education center or something like that. Put these in a museum. That might be really cool as well. Definitely my highlight of today's pack. But that doesn't mean there's lots of cool things. That doesn't mean there's not lots of cool things, is what I was trying to say. This next item is a lighthouse viewing tower made by Cosmic. And we can hop inside, and as you can see, it's got like a classic old lighthouse spiral walkway. Takes you up here. We've got some viewing areas here. Takes you up even further. Takes you up even further. More viewing areas, and you kind of sit here in the top. And then I believe if we make this nighttime, this lovely little viewing tower. Shoop. There we go. It's all lit up. It's beautiful. Be nice if there's like a giant spotlight coming out of it or something, but it's got that kind of lighthouse aesthetic. It's not meant to directly be a lighthouse, I believe. It's just meant to have that sort of vibe to it. So that's by Cosmic. That's really well made, really beautifully done. Again, getting staircases to act like this is not necessarily the easiest thing in the world, so I'm always really impressed when people pull it off. Very neat and tidy work. Right, next up, an immensely helpful prefab for basically everyone. This is Lida's, you'll know from Planet Zoo, I'm sure, Lida Jurassic Park font, and it does what it says on the tin. It's a huge font collection kind of thing. We've got both the unfilled version and the filled version with the white, and what you would do to use this, let me just go back into this. So it comes as one solid item. You'd click, I'd probably delete that, and then you just kind of grab the one you want, and you can move that around, you can duplicate that, you can separate that from the group if you wanted, and you can just kind of pick the letters that you want. It's really impressive stuff. I may end up using this for some of my stuff because I've been kind of skipping on the specific Jurassic Park looking text. It's just it's perfect. I cannot imagine the work that went into making this. It's super impressive stuff. Look at it, it's all made of these little tiny blocks to get it to look right. I mean, look at that. That is dedication, and it should be rewarded because that's really good stuff. Shout out to Lida. Right, next up, we have a phone box. I don't know why, but I really like it. There's images on the Steam Workshop of the phone box. Obviously, it's meant to be the phone box from Doctor Who, and it looks like it's in like a prehistoric dinosaur habitat, and it looks like it's the Doctor on one of his adventures. And I'm a massive Doctor Who nerd. I'm a big fan of Doctor Who. So having the TARDIS available in the game, it's got the texture, it's got the detail. Oh, this is by Magnanimous Matt. Now, we've talked about Magnanimous Matt in the first week. I want to mention again, Matt has uploaded like half the items this week to the workshop. There is a ton of stuff out there by Matt. Loads of fantastic stuff for really building a really cool, nice, normal park. But then I saw the police box. I was like, yeah, it has to be the police box. Because I think you could film like a little role-play Doctor Who episode. I think it was a really cool idea. Right, next up we have the Paleo Education Center. This super impressive, gigantic building by SHEP the GAYMER. And we're going to head inside this lovely open area. And it is a fully built indoors paleo education center. So we've got bathrooms on the right. We've got a store over here on the left. All these little details, lovely stuff, all these little toys you could purchase if you wanted. This counter over there. Grand stuff. Queue up, enter in here, and then, yeah, I mean, look at this. Isn't this impressive? It's a proper education centre. So let's have a little round. We've got like a little seating area here. They've even built like a projector over there for the that. We've got a birds and dinosaurs sign. We've got these fossils and sort of like a little museum section over here in the corner. Titans of the Jurassic, mammals, ceratopsians, hadrosaurs. Little seating area there. We've got this middle display which has some microraptors, parasaurs. Our Dinokairos, there we go. And our ceratopsids, our triceratops. Yeah, just really cool. It really does look like an education centre that, you know, we used to go to as a kid. Over here we've got like a dig site looking thing by the looks of it, yeah, like a pretend little dig site like the one from Jurassic World maybe. And then over here we've got some more information, and we've got a seating area, and then we've got extinction throughout history. We've got a little science bit here. You see this little diorama with the burning and the dinosaurs running away, and when, where, how, who, humans or climate. It's just, I think it's really impressive work. It really reminds me of like being a kid and going to science museums and stuff like that. I think it's really cute and really good attention to detail that kind of brings it to life. Right, moving on. I'm trying to balance like the big things with the little baby things. So we've seen a big paleo education centre. Now we're going to look at a table. Ah, yeah. This is a dinner table, oddly enough, full by DEAVILD. DEAVILD. And it's actually really impressive. Look at the detail work. We've got these we've got wine bottles, basically. We've got salt and pepper shakers there. We've got wine glasses. We've got like a serving thing. We've got ketchup and mayonnaise and something. We've got restaurant menus here. I'm assuming they're French. We've got cutlery and plates. We've got napkins. We've got a cigarette thingamajiggy because they're French. We've got a jug of water. Like a long serving bowl as well. And then obviously the tables and chairs, which are, I believe, specifically IKEA ones. I don't know. It seems a bit weird to go from paleo education centre to this, but let's say you're building a restaurant or like a proper big outdoor restaurant or anything really that requires a table. This kind of thing becomes immensely useful. It's not just about looking cool, and this is very cool, it's about utility. And both of them serve very different utility, but this is the kind of utility that should be applauded as well. And actually, if I get rid... I'm going to work on this plate. I thought I'd just instantly delete it, but there's tons of stuff. Yeah, we can just see all the little menu information there. So really cool stuff, and there's a few different tables out there. DEAVILD loves building tables, basically. Right, next up we have, just to prove my point, a Viking longship by Captain BORK. And I absolutely love it with this. the figurehead at the front of this strange, almost dinosaur-esque, dragon-esque creature. We've got the shields and the oars down the side, and the seating areas there. All along the back, these gigantic, prominent red sails. You could colour these in really easily if you wanted to change it up. And then the tail of the beast at the back. It reminds me of playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's just really neat and tidy work. I mean, you look at this figurehead thing here. It's very, very neat and tidy. It really is. It looks really cool. I can see you using it in habitat. You know, if you've got a big habitat with like a lake in the middle or something, you want to spice it up a little bit, or you want to do like a themed area. Based on what I don't know. Maybe you're doing a thing about how dragons maybe were derived from dinosaur skeletons in the first place, and when Vikings, etc. found dinosaur skeletons, they probably assumed they were dragons or bizarre mythological beasts, you know? You do something with that. Anyways, next up we have a mushroom stone. And I don't mean that, like, it's hard to go from some of these things to some of these things without sounding like I'm poking fun, but I'm really not, because I really like this. So this is Stone with Mushrooms by Lucy257, whose work we've featured before, and they've done a whole host of things for like a natural pack, and these are adorable little mushrooms, and they're all attached to this big old stone, and they've done tons of them. There's loads of mushroom stones and loads of, like, there's tons of mushrooms, basically, they've uploaded onto the workshop. And I tell you what, if you were building an exhibit that required mushroom, if you wanted to build something a little bit swampy or something like that, this would be immensely helpful stuff. I actually think they're super cute and really well made. And I think I might use them in some exhibit designs. And if you want them without the stone, you can do that very easily. Of course, you just kind of do that. There you go. We've got some that look like the ones that sort of hang off trees. Basically, there's tons of variety of different mushrooms out there. Definitely recommend it if you're going to build a swampy sort of environment. Really cool stuff. Right, next up we have the Jurassic Park Visitor Center by Red Allen 32. So we've got this kind of a somewhat version of the Visitor Center on the outside. It's not accurate by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think it's meant to be one-to-one accurate, you know. Pretty sure that's not what they were going for. So the outside is okay. I'm not trying to be mean. It's okay. It's just not hyper accurate. However, there is a reason I've picked this. However, the impressive thing about this one. And first of all, I actually really like what they've done here with the skeleton kind of built into the wall, and then the door's actually really well made. It's really nicely done. It's just not meant to be 100% accurate. However, the really cool thing about this one is that we can head inside. Oh. We can head inside. There we go. Right, I'm going to get rid of that. I think that's meant to be the Rex from the end of the film. But yeah, it's actually got an interior, which I really, really like. I think that's a really, really cool thing. So if we nip down here, get rid of our UI again, you can see we've got the when dinosaurs ruled the earth sign up there on both sides. We've got the two Rex skeletons in the middle for some reason. I'm not sure it's two Rex skeletons, but hi ho, we've got the Rex skeletons in the middle. We've got the ridges around the outside, and if we've got the you know, this bit at the back. This is where it would lead onto the restaurant. And if we go ahead and make this nighttime. It looks, I think it comes to life at night. I think it really does. And it looks really cool. It's kind of weird for me, because this is my next build on Prehistoric Kingdom. I'm trying to build the Visitor Center. And I know for a fact that the Visitor Center is a nightmare to build. It really is. Anyone who can do this, yeah, I find super impressive. I just think that's really cool. Being able to actually go inside the building. My hope when I do this is I'm going to be able to build every single room in the building, including the theatre and the chairs and the lab and all that, and it's going to drive me insane. But until then, this is a really, really cool video. I just love it when people do interiors like this, because I can imagine the amount of work that went into this, and I think it's, yeah, really good work. So shout out to Red Allen 32, who has also done some really cool, like, Kingdom Hearts stuff. I'm not super into Kingdom Hearts, but it's really well made. It's got, like, the little ducks and the Keyblade and all that kind of jazz. Huey and Louie and Patooey. We're going to stick to nighttime for this next build. The final little one to finish things off, and it is quite simply a volcano by Biggie0522. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. It's just I just got excited by the fire, if I'm totally honest. But if you wanted like a nice quick way to populate your habitat with some fiery, volcanic sort of environment, this would be the way to do it. It's just a nice little bit of volcanic fury. Mixes things up a little bit, something we haven't really seen before. Just going to sink that into the ground like it should be. Something more like that. This would be really easy, of course. You could just grab this, duplicate it, rotate it, and you could kind of do that kind of thing. And kind of really build it up. And it's an ominous looking thing, isn't it? It really is. I'd sink these down a little bit more, personally. Like that, maybe, but... yeah, ominous looking. I feel like I'm about to be sacrificed, which is cool. Being sacrificed is cool. Right, okay, so that is this week's stuff. We'll be back hopefully this time on Sunday to get this in on time. And we will do our project this week, hopefully. Obviously, last week with the Evolution 2 DLC was a little bit more difficult to have enough time to focus on PK as much as I would like. The Visitor Center is my next plan. Oh, God, I love these so much. Down here with the light on, it looks a little bit weird. There's like light under the water by default. I don't really know why. That's a bit strange. But from up here, don't they look really cool? If we could ever have a way to make them move. I just think that's awesome. And with the buildings in the distance, that looks really, really cool. Really big fan of that, actually. What's that spinning? Oh, right, that's that thing, yeah. Okay. Man, it looks awesome. Right, okay, yeah, so I do want to do the Visitor Center. It is a nightmare. Because I want to do the interior. I'm telling you, it's a nightmare. Like, the official Visitor Center from Jurassic Park that you see in the film, as in you see it come up on the screen, you see the blueprint, they make no sense. There's no logical way they would work. So, yeah. The plan is to finagle it a little bit, but I want to do the full exterior and the full interior and make it the best one we can possibly get. That's the hope, but it's very complicated. We'll see how it goes. Either way, we'll be back later on this week. Tomorrow, we're going to start our first Evolution 2 Park build, probably, with the new pack. Very excited about that. And I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Thanks for joining me. Throw me a like down below. Go give all these fantastic creators lots of love on the workshop. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.
Reporting out.